In last lecture in computer network we finished up to routers or routing. Today we will start from what is a protocol. Page number 19 we have finished. Today page number 20. Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. What is a protocol? In simple terms, في كلمات بسيطة هذا مجموعة قاعدة للشبكة. A protocol is a set of rules that governs the communications between computers on a network. Very simple answer. In order for two computers to talk to each other, they must be speaking the same language. Many different types of network protocols and standards are required to ensure that computers, no matter which operating system, network card, applications, can communicate with another computer located local or around the world. Modern computer networks are designed, leave it this lengthy. Computer networks are organized as a series of layers or levels, each one built upon its predecessor. Predecessor means sabaqa. The number of layers, the name of each layer, and the function of each layer differ from network to network. In all networks, the purpose of each layer is to offer certain services to the higher layers. Layer N on one machine carries on a conversation with layer N on another machine. The rules and conventions used in this conversation are known as the layer N protocol. Although each network protocol is different, they all share the same physical cabling. This common method of accessing the physical network allows multiple protocols to peacefully coexist over the network media and allows the builder of a network to use common hardware for a variety of protocols. This concept is known as protocol independence. The set of layers and protocols is called the network architecture. Just remember these two lines, first line and last line. Now see interface. What is protocol? Set of rules to govern the computer networks, to communicate among the computer networks, among the nodes, among the clients, with the server. And the set of layers and protocols together is known as network architecture. What is interface? Between each pair of adjacent layers there is an interface. The interface defines which primitive operations and services the lower layer offers to the upper layer. Leave it. This is very important. Communications, very important. Inshallah I will give you this in exam. Communications, اتصالات. Simplex. If data travels in one direction في اتجاه واحد, it is called simplex communications. Half duplex. If data travels in both directions but not simultaneously. Simultaneously means not at the same time. ما فيش في نفس وقت, في وقت مختلف. Simultaneously في نفس وقت. Not simultaneously ليس في نفس وقت. It is called half duplex communications. اتصالات في اتجاهتين, في بداية إلى نهاية, من نهاية إلى بداية, من فوق إلى لوطة, من لوطة إلى فوق, لكن ما فيش في نفس الوقت. This is known as half duplex. Full duplex, if data travel in both directions simultaneously at the same time. اتجاه في اثنين اتجاهتين في نفس وقت اتصالات. It is called full duplex. This is very important. Simplex, half duplex, full duplex. Don't forget. The Open System Interconnection Model, OSI model, this is also very important. The Open System Interconnection Reference Model defines 7 layers of networking protocols. OSI has two major components: an abstract model of networking called the basic reference model or seven-layer model as a set of specific protocols. The OSI model is a reference model which most IT professionals use to describe networks and network applications. OSI has Open System Interconnection for network has two components. Number one, an abstract model of networking or the basic reference model or seven-layer model, and a set of specific protocols. Just remember this. The open system interconnections divides the network architecture into seven layers, which from top to bottom are the application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical layers. It is therefore often referred to as the OSI seven-layer model. These are very important things for a network, computer network students. Please remember this. The seven layers of the OSI model here starting from top to bottom. This is from top application. This layer supports application and end user processes. Communications partners are identified, quality of service is identified, user authentication and privacy are considered, and any constraints on data syntax are identified. Just remember firstly. Application layer, then presentation layer. This layer provides independence from differences in data representations. So there is no worry for data representations. Independence from differences in data representation. As for example, encryption. Then session layer. This layer establishes, manages, terminates connections between applications, between two applications or more applications. It provides, establishes, UDIR, terminates, connections. Transport layer. This layer provides transparent transfer. It is responsible for transfer of data between end systems or hosts and is responsible for end-to-end error recovery and flow control. Then network layer. This layer provides switching and routing technologies, creating logical paths known as virtual circuits for transmitting data from node to node. Routing and forwarding are functions of this layer. Then data link layer. At this layer, data packets are encoded and decoded into bits. It furnishes transmissions protocol knowledge and management and handles errors in the physical layer, flow control and frame synchronizations. The data link layer is divided into two sublayers: media access control and logical link control. It is very important. Last layer where actual transfer or transmission takes place is physical layer. This layer conveys the bit stream, electrical impulse, light or radio signal through the network at the electrical and mechanical level. It provides the hardware means of sending and receiving data on a carrier. This is responsible. These are 7 layers known as open system interconnection or 7 layer of OSI model, starting from application layer, then presentation layer, then session layer, then transport layer, network layer, data link layer and physical layer. Drawbacks of the OSI model. What are the drawbacks? Oh, you. The drawbacks of the OSI model. Number one, the most major difficulty with the OSI model is that it does not map well to the real world. هذا لا يمكن للدنيا حقيقي، للعالمي حقيقي في شبكات حاسوب. هذا لا يمكن، هذا فقط في نظري ما فيش في عملي. Number one. Number two, the OSI was created after many of today's protocols were already in production use. هذا تكوين ولكن في بعد ما فيش في بداية، هذا تكوين بعدين. This was created after many of today's protocols were already in production. मजमुआ कायदा protocols मौजूद قبل، بعدين هذا تكوين، بس هذا ما في شيء implemented. These existing protocols such as TCP, IP were designed and built around the needs of real users with real problems to solve. The SI model was created by academicians for academic purposes. The SI model is a very poor standard. هذا معيار غريب ما فيش أحسن. But it's the only well recognized standard we have which describes network applications. But this describes all 7 layers in a very good manner. That's why it is studied. So these are the drawbacks. Now transmission control protocol or internet protocol TCP IP model. We see this. Now we see another protocol known as TCP/IP. The TCP/IP model evolved from ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency. Do you remember? This is the mother of network, computer network. We started from this, which was the world's first worldwide area network and a predecessor of the internet. It is the predecessor, the Masool for internet. The TCP/IP model is sometimes called the internet model also. The TCP/IP model or Internet Protocol Suite describes a set of general design guidelines and implementations of a specific network protocols to enable computers to communicate over a network. TCP/IP provides end-to-end connectivity, specifying how data should be formatted, addressed, transmitted, routed, and received at the destination. Protocols exist for a variety of different types of communication services between computers. The TCP/IP model and related protocols are maintained by the Internet Engineering Task Force (IETF). It loosely defines a four-layer model, with the layers having names, not numbers. Number one, application, process to process layer. This is the scope within which application create user data and communicate this data to other processes or applications or another on the same host. What are the protocols used here? SMPTP, FTP, file transfer protocol, SSH, then HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, simple message transfer protocol. These are some protocols used here. Then number two, transport or host to host layer. This transport layer constitutes the networking regime between two network hosts, either on the local network or on remote networks separated by routers. Then number three, internet or internetworking layer. The internet layer has the task of exchanging data grams across network boundaries. It is therefore also referred to as the layer that establishes networking. Link layer. This layer defines the networking methods with the scope of the local network link on which hosts communicate without intervening routers. Hosts means mudif, def means guest. This layer describes the protocol used to describe the local network topology. You just remember the name: link layer, internet or networking layer, transport layer, and application layer. Four layers are for TCP/IP network, and you remember definitions. These definitions: last line definitions and first line definition. This is the first line, and then here this is the last line definition. You just remember these two lines and four layers name. Bas. These are just for summary. Talkhis, number of the layer, name of the layer, and common protocols. What is the used in a OSI model, Open System Interconnection model, or 7-layer model. Application layer, Telnet and FTP protocols are used. Presentation layer, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, Simple Message Transfer Protocol, MIME Multimedia, Musical Interface. I am forgetting some bits. MIME is used. Session, RPC, named pipes, NetBIOS, transport layer, TCP, UDP, transmission control protocol, user datagram protocol are used. Network, internet protocol, data link layer, SLIP, and frame relay, physical and Ethernet. Leave this. Then OSI model. This is for comparison, muqarana. Seven layers. Application layer, presentation layer, session layer. Data unit, only data. Data unit. What is the unit? Data. Functions, network process to applications, data representations and encryption, interhost baina mudif, communication ittisalat baina mudif. Then transport layer. Here data is in the form of segment. في شكل segment. End-to-end connections and reliability. Packet, network, path determinations and logical addressing. Then data link in network, data is in the form of packet. Then data link layer, here data is in the form of frame. See, it is changing, same data but name is changing and format is also changing, and size. Data here segment, here packet, here frame, and last physical layer, it is in the form of bit, media signal and binary transmission. In TCP IP model, name of the layer, application layer. What are the common protocols? So DNS, FTP, HTTP, SMPT and Telnet. Transport layer, TCP, UDP, DCCP, RSVP. Internet layer, IP Internet Protocol v4 and IPv6. This is addressing concept in the network. We will see inshallah this. And network link layer, ARP, PPP, Ethernet, DSL, ISDN and FDDI. Encapsulation of application data descending through the TCP IP layer. Now TCP IP layer, application layer, transport layer, internet layer and link layer. Application layer, here it is in the form of data. Then transport layer, here it is in the form of UDP data and UDP header. Internet, it is in the form of IP data and IP header. Link, frame router, frame data and frame header. الآن نشوف similarities and differences. Similarities مشتبهات and differences اختلافات between the OSI and TCP/IP models. أول مشتبهات ما نفس الشيء. They share similar architecture. بنية نفس. Both of the models share a similar architecture. This can be illustrated by the fact that both of them are constructed with layers. في OSI model 7 layers and TCP/IP 4 layers. They share a common application layer. Both of them are having the application layer. Number 3. Both models have comparable transport and network layers. Almost same. Number 4. Knowledge of both models is required by networking professionals. Those who are working in network administrators or mudir, they should know all 7 layers. And then 5th, Khamis, last one, both models assume that packets are switched. Packets are in the form of switched. Basically, this means that individual packets may take differing paths in order to reach the same destination. ما اختلافات فرق. TCP/IP protocols are considered to be standards. هذا معيار TCP/IP. with the internet has developed. The OSI model, however, is a generic protocol. Number 2, TCP/IP combines the presentation and session layer issues into its application layer. Presentation and session layer together in the application layer in TCP/IP, but OSI has different layer. TCP/IP combines the OSI data link and physical layers into the network access layer. Network access layer, it is having all data link layer and physical layers. TCP/IP appears to be more simpler. هذا بسيط في المقارنة to 7 layers or ASI layer, and this is mainly due to the fact that it has fewer layers. TCP/IP is considered to be more credible قابل يقين model. This is mainly due to the fact because TCP/IP protocols are the standards around which the internet was developed. So just to remember some important points: اختلافات ومشتبهات. 5 اختلافات 5 مشتبهات. Just to remember simple things. And we have finished this. Now we will start from page number 28, Internet Protocol Address. Internet Protocol Address from the next lecture, inshallah. Barakallahu fikum. Ma salama.